Welcome to Global Tax Talks Tax in 60 Seconds. I'm Will Morris, and here are some things to watch out for in the coming week. We seem to be in a holding pattern right now regarding major tax developments. In the past few days, a senior OECD official said that the Pillar 1 Amount A MLC was close, but obviously not yet here. Likewise on the next set of Pillar 2 guidance. In the EU, while the Belgians are trying to wrap up some EU tax issues before their presidency ends, the most likely candidate, involving improving withholding tax processes inside of Europe, seems to have slipped a bit. And the UN continues to talk, and influential developing country groups like the G24 group of nations continues to favour it over the OECD, but it will be weeks or months before we see something concrete. What it does add up to, though, is a mist, almost a miasma, of uncertainty for businesses as they try to plan and look forward. We were reminded very recently of how issues adjacent to, but interacting with tax, can increase this uncertainty. The EU just launched an anti-subsidy investigation into Chinese wind turbine manufacturers investing in wind parks in the EU. Now remember, Pillar 2 is pushing countries towards scaling back non-refundable credits in favour of cash grants and refundable tax credits, which themselves can effectively be indirect tax grants. European countries seem well placed to enact these types of tax incentives if they don't already have them. But if those, for example, make EU MNCs more successful in export markets, as are some Chinese companies in Europe, then I'm hearing that some non-EU countries might consider either using trade rules under the WTO or a measure perhaps similar to the foreign subsidies regulation to repay as they see it the unfair use of the tax system by developed countries. As we move into this new era of global tax where Pillar 2 and those incentives will jostle with increasing regionalization, international tax fragmentation, and the increasing concerns of developing countries, this intersection between direct tax, VATs, customs, and trade will become increasingly important. As of yet, however, this intersection is not well understood, but I suspect we'll be on a very fast learning curve. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and come back next week so that you stay global tax ready.